Beloved, what you see around you right now is not the end of your story. Reality, as it stands, is not permanent. It is only the reflection of what you once believed. If you don't like it, don't argue with it, don't cry over it, and don't let it control you. Instead, step into the beautiful power of assumption. What you continue to assume, you eventually experience. What you see in your life right now is not the truth of who you are, nor is it the limit of what you can have. Reality, as it stands today, is simply the echo of your past thoughts, beliefs, and emotions. It is old news. It is like a letter that was mailed days or weeks ago, finally arriving at your door. You don't argue with the letter when it comes. You know it was already written. In the same way, your reality has already been written by the assumptions and ideas you once held about yourself and your world. This is why you must not become discouraged when your current circumstances do not reflect your desires. What you see now is not a prophecy of your future, but merely the residue of your past. Every struggle, every limitation, every lack. It is not permanent. It is yesterday's creation, and today you are creating anew. The moment you understand this truth, you set yourself free from the prison of appearances. So many people live trapped because they believe what they see in front of them is the final word. They look at their bank account, their relationships, their health, and they say, "This is who I am." But that is not who you are. That is only the result of who you used to believe you were. If your old thoughts created this, imagine what your new thoughts can do. Imagine the power that is waiting to be released the moment you begin assuming something greater. When you walk outside and the weather is cloudy, do you panic and say, "The sun has disappeared forever"? Of course not. You know that the clouds are temporary, that the sun is still shining above them. In the same way, the conditions of your life may look dark or heavy right now, but your true power, your true light, has never gone anywhere. It is simply hidden by old assumptions. And just as the clouds eventually clear, so will your current circumstances when you persist in a new vision of yourself. Every time you focus on what is happening right now and call it truth, you are binding yourself to the past. But when you look at reality and say, "This is only old news," something better is already on the way. You reclaim your power. You shift your attention from what was to what will be. You rise into the creative role you were always meant to play. You must remind yourself daily, what I see is not who I am. Who I am is the chooser, the dreamer, the one who writes the script of my life. Reality is only the stage, but I am the author. If I want a new play, I do not argue with the old one. I simply begin writing a better one. That is how you transform. Not by fighting what is, but by assuming what will be until it blossoms into form. Think about this: every beautiful thing in your life was once unseen. Your greatest victories, your most joyful moments, your deepest loves, they were once only possibilities in the unseen world. And yet, they found their way into reality. They came because at some point, consciously or unconsciously, you assumed they could be yours. That same power is still within you, waiting to be used again. When you feel discouraged, tell yourself, "This too is old news." It is only the reflection of past thinking. It cannot hold me. It cannot define me. Something greater is already unfolding. This attitude shifts you from victim to creator. It allows you to stop reacting and start assuming. You will find that peace enters your heart when you stop fighting with what is and begin trusting what is coming. The truth is, life is always moving forward. Nothing stays the same. So why would you chain yourself to what is temporary? Why would you give your power away to a moment that is already fading? Instead, take each circumstance as a reminder that you are powerful enough to create again. You are the sculptor, and every day You have the opportunity to shape your world anew. Hold fast to your assumptions of good, of abundance, of love, of success, even when reality tells you otherwise. Keep declaring, "This is not the end of my story. Greater things are already on their way to me." With every repetition, you are planting seeds in the fertile ground of your subconscious. And just as a gardener does not worry when the soil looks empty, you too must not worry when your life looks unchanged. The seed is already working, already growing, already moving toward the light. Your current reality is only the echo of who you used to be. Let it be old news. Turn the page. Write something new. Assume with boldness, live with faith, and trust that your vision is already preparing to meet you. What you see today is nothing compared to what is coming tomorrow. And what is coming tomorrow is entirely up to you. The greatest secret of transformation is this: your inner world is more powerful than anything you see outside. Everything you experience begins first in the invisible realm of thought, belief, and imagination. What you carry inside eventually becomes what you walk into outside. Life is not happening to you. It is happening through you. When you truly embrace this truth, you stop chasing the world and instead start shaping it from within. Most people believe that if they could just fix the outer conditions, get the right job, find the perfect partner, move to a better place, then their life would finally feel whole. But the outer world is only a mirror, and a mirror has no power of its own. It only reflects what is before it. You do not stand in front of a mirror with a frown and wait for the reflection to smile first. You know the reflection must follow your expression. In the same way, your outer world cannot move until your inner world changes. This is why your imagination is the most powerful tool you have. When you imagine yourself healthy, wealthy, loved, successful, you are not playing a childish game. You are setting the blueprint of your future. The mind does not distinguish between what is vividly imagined and what is physically experienced. If you can see it clearly, if you can feel it deeply, your subconscious accepts it as truth and begins to shape your reality around it. Consider this: every building, every invention, every piece of art was once unseen. It lived only in someone's imagination. Before it became tangible, it existed within. The same is true for your dreams. They are not fantasies. They are seeds of reality waiting to unfold. Your role is to hold them in your inner world with love and persistence, knowing that life must eventually mirror back what you consistently hold inside. When you understand this, you stop fighting with the outside world. You realize that arguing with appearances is useless, because appearances are only effects, not causes. The true cause is always your inner assumption. If you believe you are unworthy, no amount of external validation will satisfy you. If you believe you are abundant, no temporary lack can truly shake you. The power is never out there. It is always in here. So instead of asking, "When will life give me what I want?" ask, "What am I assuming within myself? What picture am I painting inside my mind?" Because whatever you assume to be true on the inside, the outside must reflect. If you carry the image of defeat, you will notice opportunities closing. But if you carry the image of victory, life will arrange itself to support your vision. It is not about pretending that challenges don't exist. It is about holding on to the deeper truth that you are greater than any challenge. Your inner world contains the wisdom, the strength, and the solution for every problem. When you go inward, when you choose to quiet your fears and strengthen your vision, you find that outer conditions begin to shift in ways you never expected. The right people show up. The right doors open. Synchronicities appear. But it all begins within. The most important practice you can develop is to become a guardian of your inner world. Pay attention to the thoughts you entertain, the words you repeat, the beliefs you carry? Are they nurturing the life you desire? Or are they feeding the life you want to leave behind? Every time you say to yourself, I am capable, I am loved, I am abundant, you are watering the seeds of your highest good. And every time you say, nothing works out for me, I am unlucky, I am unworthy, you are watering the weeds of limitation. The choice is always yours. Do not underestimate the power of simple, consistent inner alignment. Even a small shift in your inner dialogue can create a massive change over time. Just as a ship that changes its course by 1 degree will end up in a completely different destination, so too will your life shift dramatically when you begin to adjust your inner assumptions. There will be moments when the outside world tries to distract you, when circumstances scream that nothing is working. In those moments, remember where the true power lies. Close your eyes, breathe, return to your vision. Feel it as real within you. That act alone is more powerful than hours of worrying, more powerful than struggling, more powerful than forcing. Life must obey the command of your inner state. The power is in your inner world, and no one can take it from you. You are the thinker of your thoughts, the chooser of your beliefs, the dreamer of your visions. The outer world is clay, and your inner world is the sculptor. Every time you choose love over fear, faith over doubt, vision over limitation, you are shaping that clay into something beautiful. And soon, the invisible picture you hold within will stand before you as undeniable fact. So dare to dream boldly. Dare to assume the best about yourself. Dare to fill your inner world with images of joy, peace, success, and abundance. Because as surely as the dawn follows the night, the outer world must rise to meet the picture you hold within. When life shows you circumstances that do not align with your desires, the greatest gift you can give yourself is the ability to ignore the temporary. What you see before you is never final. It is only a passing condition, like clouds drifting across the sky. If you allow yourself to become consumed by these fleeting appearances, you will forget the truth of your power. But when you learn to look beyond them and hold to your inner vision, you rise above discouragement and call forth the reality you desire. Think of a seed planted in the soil. When you first place it in the ground, there is no evidence of growth. The soil looks empty. If you judged only by appearances, you might say nothing is happening. But beneath the surface, life is already moving. The seed is breaking open, roots are forming, and soon a sprout will push through the earth. The absence of evidence does not mean the absence of progress. In the same way, when your life looks unchanged, when your desire is invisible, it does not mean nothing is happening. It means the process is unfolding where you cannot yet see. That is why you must ignore the temporary. The world around you is in constant motion. Nothing stays the same. What is here today will be gone tomorrow. Circumstances shift, people change, opportunities arise, and challenges dissolve. If you make the mistake of tying your faith to what is temporary, you will live in constant ups and downs. But when you anchor your faith in the unseen, in the truth that your vision is more powerful than any obstacle, you remain steady and strong no matter what appears before you. It is easy to get discouraged when you are waiting for change. Perhaps you have been affirming abundance, but your bills still come in. Perhaps you have been declaring love, but you still feel alone. Perhaps you have been envisioning success, but the results look slow. In those moments, the temptation is to believe reality more than your desire. Yet that is exactly the time when you must stand firm. What you see is only a shadow of your old thoughts. Your new thoughts, your new assumptions, are already shaping something greater. Do not give power to appearances. If the outer world tries to whisper, "It's not working, you will never change," this is who you are. Answer back with your faith. This is temporary. My good is already here. I trust in the unseen more than I trust in appearances. That simple decision to believe beyond what you see is what creates miracles. Imagine a sculptor at work. At first, all you see is a rough block of stone. There is no beauty in it, no detail, nothing to admire. But the sculptor does not despair. He knows what is hidden inside. He sees the masterpiece before it is revealed. Every strike of the chisel removes what does not belong until the vision emerges. In the same way, your current reality may look rough, unfinished, even unattractive. But within it lies the beauty of your new life. Ignore the stone as it is today. Focus on the masterpiece taking shape. When difficulties appear, instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" shift your question to, "What is this teaching me about my strength? How is this temporary moment helping me grow?" This change in perspective transforms setbacks into stepping stones. It allows you to move through challenges without losing sight of your destination. Every great success story begins with someone who ignored the temporary. They looked beyond their current struggle and chose to keep going. They chose to hold the vision even when circumstances mocked them. Because they persisted, the world eventually conformed to their inner truth. You are no different. The same power that carried them through resides within you. So when reality shows you lack, declare abundance. When it shows you loneliness, declare love. When it shows you delay, declare that perfect timing is at work. Speak to yourself with authority. This is not my final story. This is only a passing scene. Greater things are already on their way to me. Every time you do this, you shift your focus from what is fading to what is eternal. Life honors the one who refuses to be deceived by appearances. The more you practice ignoring the temporary, the more quickly circumstances rearrange themselves to match your vision. It is not denial, it is higher awareness. You are not pretending challenges don't exist. You are recognizing that they are powerless to stop you. You are affirming that your vision, your faith, and your assumptions are stronger than any obstacle. Hold your head high even in the storm. Remind yourself daily that clouds do not erase the sun. Delays do not cancel destiny, and appearances cannot stop the power of your inner world. What you see today is not the truth of tomorrow. Ignore the temporary, and soon the temporary will change. When you assume, you are not simply repeating words in your mind, you are planting living seeds in the garden of your subconscious. Words alone, spoken without feeling, are like scattering seeds on stone. They cannot take root. But when you combine your assumption with genuine emotion, when you allow yourself to feel the reality of your desire as though it is already here, the seed falls into fertile soil and begins to grow. The secret is not in saying it, the secret is in feeling it. Think about how you feel when something wonderful truly happens. Your body relaxes, your heart opens. There is a quiet certainty that flows through you. You do not have to force yourself to believe because the evidence is already before you. That is the exact feeling you must bring into your assumption. Instead of waiting for reality to show it to you, you create the feeling first. You step into the state of the wish fulfilled and let your entire being accept it as fact. When you declare, "Oh, I am wealthy, I am healthy, I am loved," do not just say the words. Close your eyes and feel what it would be like to already live that life. How would you breathe? How would you walk into a room? How would you speak to others? Feel the lightness of financial freedom, the glow of radiant health, the warmth of being cherished. Let your imagination color in every detail until it feels more real than what you see outside. That feeling is the signal you send to the universe. And the universe must respond. Many people get discouraged because they repeat affirmations without emotion, almost like a chore. They say the words, but nothing inside of them shifts. It is not enough to say, I am abundant, while still feeling lack. It is not enough to say, I am loved, while still carrying the heaviness of loneliness. The subconscious responds to the language of emotion, not empty sound. So the key is to invite your body, your heart, your breath into the assumption. You must practice feeling the joy of the end result until it becomes natural. At first, it may feel awkward, even false, to imagine yourself as the person you wish to be. But that is only because you are more practiced in feeling the old state. With persistence, the new feeling will become familiar, and the old one will fade away. Every time you assume with feeling, you are rewiring your inner world, teaching your subconscious a new truth. And the subconscious, once convinced, will make sure reality aligns with the feeling it has accepted. Remember, life is not moved by struggle or force. It is moved by vibration. Your feelings are the vibrations you are offering every moment. When you dwell in feelings of fear, doubt, or lack, you attract experiences that confirm them. When you dwell in feelings of joy, confidence, and abundance, you attract experiences that mirror those states. So choose wisely what you allow yourself to feel. Your emotions are not random. They are creative. They are shaping the world around you. If you find it difficult to assume with feeling, begin with small steps. Imagine a simple scenario that brings you joy. Perhaps holding a gift in your hands, receiving kind words, or seeing a door open for you. Let yourself smile as though it is happening now. Let your body relax into gratitude. That small spark of feeling is enough to begin. From there, you can expand into greater visions, building stronger emotional states each day. Another powerful practice is to ask yourself, how would I feel if my desire were already fulfilled? Not how would I think, but how would I feel? The answer is your key. If you would feel relieved, let yourself breathe relief right now. If you would feel joyful, let yourself smile and laugh today. If you would feel confident, stand taller and speak with assurance now. By practicing the feeling ahead of time, you send a clear message that you are already aligned with the reality you seek. It is not about forcing or pretending. It is about allowing yourself to taste the sweetness of your desire before it arrives. Allowing yourself to carry the joy of tomorrow into today. When you do this, the line between imagination and reality begins to blur. What once felt like a dream becomes the atmosphere of your daily life, and soon the outer world has no choice but to match it. So when you assume with feeling. Let your heart participate, not just your mind. Let your body live in the energy of already having it. Speak the words with conviction. Breathe as though it is already yours, and carry yourself as though the answer has already come. Every time you do this, you are not waiting for your dream, you are living it, and life always gives more of what you are living. The truth is, your feelings are magnetic. They draw to you experiences, people, and opportunities that match their frequency. When you feel lack, you pull lack closer. When you feel abundance, you call abundance forth. That is why feeling is the secret. It is the bridge between your inner assumption and your outer reality. So go within today and choose to feel the best. Feel wealth, feel love, feel peace, feel freedom. Assume it with your whole being until it becomes more real than anything outside of you. For when you assume with feeling, life must bow to your inner state. What you live within, you will surely live without. The greatest secret to creating the life you desire is persistence. So many people begin with enthusiasm, with strong affirmations, with bright visions in their imagination. But the moment reality does not change immediately, they let doubt creep in. They think the process is not working, that maybe they are not powerful enough, that maybe their dreams are too big. But the truth is simple. Persistence is the bridge between the unseen and the seen. What you hold on to within yourself long enough must eventually appear in your life. Imagine planting a seed in the ground and then digging it up every day to check it has grown. Would it ever have the chance to take root? Of course not. Yet this is what so many people do with their desires. They affirm something once or twice, they visualize for a week, but then they dig up the seed with doubt and impatience. They look at reality and say, "It's not here yet, so it must not be working." But creation does not work that way. The seed of your assumption must be left undisturbed, watered with faith, nourished with persistence, until it breaks through the soil. Persistence is not about straining or forcing, it is about calmly, steadily choosing to remain loyal to your inner vision, no matter what the outside world shows you. Life often tests your commitment by showing you the opposite of what you want in the beginning. Not because you cannot have it, but because the old reality still has momentum. If you persist, if you remain faithful to your assumption, that momentum weakens and the new reality gains strength. Eventually, the outer world has no choice but to reflect the inner. Think of a sculptor working with stone. At first, the block looks nothing like the masterpiece hidden within. Each strike of the chisel seems small, almost insignificant, but the sculptor persists, not because he sees instant results, but because he knows what is inside the stone. He has faith in the vision he carries. With time, the form emerges, and the beauty that once seemed invisible becomes undeniable. Your persistence works in the same way. Each day you choose to hold the vision, each time you affirm your truth, each time you refuse to be moved by appearances, you are chiseling away at the old reality. And soon, the masterpiece of your desire will stand before you. There will be days when persistence feels difficult, when doubt whispers in your ear. On those days, remind yourself that feelings of discouragement are also temporary. They do not mean your vision is impossible. They simply mean you are human, and you are stretching beyond old beliefs. Instead of giving in to those doubts, gently return to your assumption. Whisper to yourself, "It is done. It is mine. I will not be moved." Every time you return to this place of certainty, you strengthen the roots of your desire. Persistence is powerful because it trains your subconscious mind. The subconscious does not respond to occasional half-hearted thoughts. It responds to repeated, consistent impressions. When you persist in seeing yourself as wealthy, healthy, loved, successful, your subconscious eventually accepts as truth. And once it accepts it, the outer world must rearrange to match. That is the law of life. What you persist at assuming becomes your reality. Think about the habits you already live with today. Most of them were created not by one thought, but by repetition. The more you told yourself something, the more natural it became. Persistence works the same way in creating new realities. At first, it may feel unfamiliar to declare abundance when you see lack, or to affirm love when you feel alone. But as you persist, it becomes natural. One day you will realize that you no longer have to try to believe. It has become who you are. The key is to keep going even when nothing seems to be happening. That is the moment when most people give up, not realizing that the shift is already underway. The outer world is the last place change shows itself. The inner world changes first, so trust the process. Trust that every repetition, every moment of persistence is moving you closer to the visible manifestation of your desire. Life does not require you to be perfect. It only asks that you do not give up. Even if you waver, even if you have moments of doubt, return to your vision. Return to your assumption. Persistence is not about never falling. It is about always rising again. Every time you choose faith over fear, vision over doubt, you are proving to yourself and to life that you are serious about your desire. So hold the vision. Persist when it feels easy, and persist when it feels hard. Persist when you see progress, and persist when you see nothing. Because persistence guarantees the outcome. The seed will grow, the stone will reveal the masterpiece. The vision will become fact. Life has no choice but to reflect the assumption you persist in holding. Whisper this truth into your heart: what I desire is already mine, and I will persist until it shows. Nothing can stop the one who refuses to give up. Your persistence is your power, and with it, you will see every dream made real. When you live as if it's already done, you move into alignment with the truth of who you are and the reality you are choosing to create. Too often, we live in a place of waiting. Waiting for proof. Waiting for signs. Waiting for permission from the outside world to believe in what we want. But life is not designed to keep you waiting. Life is designed to mirror back to you the energy and beliefs you carry within. When you act, feel, and think from the state of already having what you desire, you send a powerful message to the universe that this is mine, this is my truth, this is my life. Living as if it's already done means refusing to let the outer world dictate your inner world. The outer world is only a reflection, a delayed image of what has already been impressed upon your subconscious. If you look around and see lack, limitation, or absence of what you desire, that does not mean it is not coming. It simply means the reflection has not yet caught up to the inner picture you are painting. But if you dwell in the state of waiting or doubting, you will only reproduce more waiting and doubting. The secret is to shift into a deeper knowing, a confident expectation, and a peaceful joy that it is already yours now. This is not pretending. This is not make-believe. This is claiming your creative power and stepping into the vibration that calls forth what belongs to you. When you live as if your desire is already fulfilled, you naturally change your posture, your thoughts, your words, and your choices. You no longer speak from desperation or longing. You speak from gratitude and certainty. You no longer look at the world and wonder if it will happen. You know it already has. You trust that the unseen is more powerful than the seen. Consider how a gardener plants a seed. The moment the seed is placed into the soil, the gardener knows it will grow. They water it, nurture it, and protect it, but they do not stand over it in panic wondering if it will sprout. They live as if the flower, the fruit, or the tree already exists, because in truth it does. The seed contains the pattern of its fulfillment. The gardener's only job is to trust the process and tend to it with faith. So it is with your desires. They are seeds of possibility planted within your heart. The moment you accept them and embody the feeling of their fulfillment, you activate the process of manifestation. Living as if it's already done also means releasing impatience. Impatience is a signal that you are still living in the vibration of lack, still looking for evidence. But when you know it is already yours, impatience dissolves. You do not chase what you already have. You do not beg for what belongs to you. Instead, you relax into it, you trust it, and you allow life to deliver it in perfect timing and perfect form. Think of someone who has received good news but is waiting to share it. Their energy changes. They may not yet have spoken it aloud, but they carry the joy and certainty of what has been promised. You can see it in their face, in their eyes, in the way they walk and move. That is the energy you are meant to live in now, even before the outer world reveals your desire. The joy, the gratitude, and the peace you feel inside are the signs that you are in harmony with your dream. When you embody the feeling of the wish fulfilled, doors begin to open, opportunities align, and life moves to support you. People may call it coincidence, but there are no coincidences. You have entered into alignment with what you have already claimed. The outer world must conform. This is the law of creation. What is assumed with feeling, with persistence, must eventually harden into fact. So choose today to stop waiting for proof. Choose to stop checking, measuring, and doubting. Instead, live from the end. Walk through your day as though everything you desire is already yours. Feel the relief, the joy, the abundance, the love, the success that is already alive within you. Express gratitude now, not later. When you do this, you collapse the distance between your desire and its physical manifestation. You are not here to struggle or to beg life for scraps. You are here to create, to expand, and to experience the fullness of your desires. Living as if it's already done is not arrogance. It is faith. It is trust in the unseen, trust in the intelligence of the universe, trust in the infinite power that flows through you. And when you live in that trust, you become magnetic. Life cannot help but mirror your confidence and deliver to you the reality you have already chosen within. So breathe deeply, hold your head high, and know this. It is already done. What you desire is already yours in the unseen. Live from that truth, and soon the outer world will have no choice but to reflect it back to you.